make another video about why I don't talk to my mom or my dad. I'll start the video out by saying my father tried to create a situation when I was like 9 or 10, put a gun in my hand with his hand behind his back, said, hold the gun right and shoot me. I said, no, I don't want to shoot you, Father, holding this gun in my hand. And I said, no, I don't want to shoot you, Father. And he keeps his hand behind his back, walks backwards, and goes and sits over in the booth, like confused and just doesn't know what to do. He tried to create a situation where he could get rid of me. My mom's been pawning me off on people my whole life. She didn't want to deal with me anymore. Gave me my dad. He did shit like that. I was basically the slave of his new family. But why I don't talk to them anymore? Explain that. The reason I don't talk to my mother and father anymore is because, you know what, after 20 years of not talking to my father, the last time I saw him was when I was married and my wife met him. I wanted to talk to him. Not to throw shit in his face, none of that. I didn't say nothing to him. The only thing I said to him questionable was, Father, you know, Dad, when you told me if I got in a fight in school, whether I started or not, if a fight happened, you were going to beat my ass when I got home, I learned a lot from that, and I learned how to handle the world very, very well. Because I had to learn to not get in fights and try and talk my way out of people bullying me and messing with me just because they felt like it. Because they could. I guess because it's their nature. That's the only questionable thing I said to him when I started talking to my dad, and we talked quite a bit on the phone for a while. I was off my medicine. And I was making little jokes and saying stuff, and Jan was, you know, depriving me of sleep all the time. And I don't know how it happened, but there was some speech to text error. Me and my dad went out and got a new phone, and he could start texting. He had an old flip phone. So when I got my phone, I checked out, make sure the speech to text worked well and was accurate. I didn't have the phone long, and I started chatting with him, and I looked at it a few times, and it looked fine. So I stopped looking at it and checking it. Mistake. Somehow some shit got typed about my dad being in a hospital, and it upset my dad, and he called my mom or said something to my mom, and my mom said I'm a fucked up person and all that. You know what? It was a speech to text error. And after she said that, I just started making jokes into the phone and pushing send. Just crazy shit. Because no one likes my jokes anyways. Didn't even check it. I talked to my mom once since then, when me and Jan split up. And we're back together again. I only got 10 days in the woods. And what it is my dad thinks, I guess, that I would say something to him like that. My mom's immediately going to turn around and say that I'm messed up and like I would say something like that. Dude, you know what? I ain't got no use for someone in my life that never wanted me, pawned me off on all my family members. I wasn't allowed to see my mom for 2.5 years when I came to live with my dad. I cried every night thinking I would never see my mom again. Every night. And she's gonna think that I would say some messed up shit that a speech text to error frickin' made. I'm done. I'm done, dude. I'm done. I've talked to her that one time, and Jan wanted a picture of me when I was a kid, which she said she asked me to get that, so I talked to her. I ain't talking to my dad because I stayed away from him for a long time. When I started talking to my dad, my mom and my dad started communicating again. That happened. I don't need people in my life that think shit like that about me. The woman never wanted me. Now she's gonna say fucked up shit about me? I don't need it. I'm done with both of them. Oh, and when people ask me about my parents and I say I don't talk to them, You know, they probably think messed up shit about me because I have schizophrenia. But no. No. Neither one of them ever wanted me. My mom pawned me off on all my family members all the time. My mom sent me to my dad's house. Frickin' guy tried to create a situation where he could shoot me. And, my mom's gonna say some shit like that. I don't need him. I'll never talk to her again. Ever. And like, really, like, talking to my dad and what he had to say to me about her when all that happened, and then my mom said some shit to me. I gotta deal with people judging me like, oh, he has schizophrenia and he probably fucked it all up. No, that's what happened.